What's up, guys? It's March 13th, 2025. We had a sell off and sideways price action in the markets. I think today was challenging because of yesterday. I thought what is yesterday? This is yesterday. I thought this rally would put us more in trading range price action. I saw this leg thinking to make a higher low and kind of trade up to here. But, but, on the daily chart, we have three legs down and we have a lot of bear momentum. This is the first trend. Yesterday was the first trend line break testing a gap. And we saw within this price action here, 1, 2, we saw a new leg, or excuse me, we saw a second leg. So I'm just specifically talking about this. Leg one, pullback, leg two. Overall picture, leg one, trend line break, leg two, what? Hold on. Oh, there it is. Leg one, pullback, trend line break, leg two, pullback, trend line break. So that aspect, we're in the third leg, and the minimum for this second leg was met today by traveling one tick below yet. What day is that? Traveling one tick below the March 11th low. So the second leg was met today. Today looks like a bear bar closing on slow. We are in the third leg overall, so it'll be interesting to see what the probabilities say going forward. What do I mean by that? I mean, in the market cycle, when we're in a third leg, the probabilities for trend continuation go down. However, I also said the same thing yesterday and today, and yesterday's bars or the prior day's bars gave us enough momentum to see another leg lower. So we're in a tight bear channel. Every bull bar has been sold. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4 bull bars since February 20th. It's March 13th today, so that's quite almost a month. That's the heck? That's saying 21 days. I guess that's counting the weekends. I'm not sure, whatever. 21 days is 3 weeks. So we've barely had any bull bars, and every bull bar we've had has been sold. So we're in a tight bear channel. 15-minute chart, we can see a nice three legs lower. Leg one, pull back, leg two, sideways, pull back. The leg three right here is way more shallow than the leg one, leg two. Leg one, pull back, leg two, pull back, leg three. Again, sideways price action. That's the market cycle. Now we're going to see what happens to if we go down lower or if bulls can get a train. The best right now the bulls can do is get a train range. They're gonna have to. Bulls went past the previous swing, deep pull back here, started to rally. Now they're gonna target here and here, and we are very far away from the daily chart, so we're definitely in a bear regime. Pretty interesting to see how the price action is fractal. So whatever we apply to the 5-minute can be applied to the daily, 15-minute, and so on, and every time frame below and above. Yesterday we had a couple of bear bars ending the day. We sold off, rallied, and went sideways. And like I said in the beginning of this thing, I thought we were going to be in a trading range today. I mean, we're in a trading range, but not necessarily the trading range I thought it was going to be. So yesterday's price action ended around bar 81 here. And that was 4 bear bars in a row, strong to get its own second leg. And it does with today's bar 1. Sells off, deep pullback, weak close for the bears. Bar 2, sell off, pullback, again, weak close for the bears. And then we have bar 3. Bar 3 travels to bar 2's high and sells off. Somewhat of an outside bar, non-traditional outside bar, because we didn't, well, hold on. Let me stop guesstimating. Bar 2's high today was 99.75. Bar 3's high today was 6,600 even. So this is an outside bar. Bar 3 is an outside bar. Just for reference, when I'm reading numbers, I'm reading these numbers up here. So I hover the mouse over a bar, and then I'm reading the last 4 of these numbers. So like right now, to me, this says 44.25, 38.75, 43.50. So keep your eye right here, and I'm gonna do it again. Bar 2's high is 99.75. I can't keep the number up, but you guys see what I'm saying? I'm reading this number. Bar 2's high is 99.75. Bar 3's high is 600 even. So bar 3 is an outside bar because it went one tick above bar 2 and then sold off. We can see that it sold off past bar 2's low. Outside bars are context dependent. They're generally trading range bars. However, this bar acted more as a breakout bar with follow through bar 4, 5, and 6. Bar 5 is a bear bar closing on its low with minimal overlap, and it produces a gap when 6 is printed. Bar 3's low is 83.25. Bar 5's high is 83.25. So this is a zero height gap. It's just a zero height gap means it went to the same breakout point and sold off rather than, I'm just looking for a gap. So here's another gap. So this didn't sell off the 78 and then rally. It produced a gap. So there's a real gap here. There's a zero height gap. Oh, I could have just used there's a gap right here as well. So yeah, the difference between, so zero height gap is like, where I'm losing my position in okay, zero. So I'm reading 3, 4, and 5. There's a zero height gap right here. 4, 5, and 6 produce a real gap right there. That's a real gap because the high of this does not get back to the low of bar 4. Bar 6, bad close, has a tail. Bar 7, bull bar with a tail. This is becoming the first pullback after 9 bars. Bar 8, bull bar closing outside, but not far past bar 7, and we're still in a bear regime. Bar 9 pulls back, rallies leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3. Bar 9 has enough momentum to see continuation. It does with 10 and 11. 10 and 11 have a lot of overlap. 11 is not breaking past bar 10's high, but it is considered follow through because it has a bull close. Bar 12 again is an outside bar. We can see that with the tail, and then the low close below 11. Again, outside bars are context dependent. This kind of looks like a double top to me. Bar 11 also makes a new high of the day and it fails. Bulls tried to break out for a new high and it failed, so that's significant. Bar 13 rallies and sells off. Bull body but bearish tendencies. 13, we can see a bear body with a good close on its low. 15, bad follow through, showing a tail around the 9, around the 7 high. We start to see sideways price action. So the market is trying to figure out, are we going to rally, get a leg 2, or are the bears going to sell? Bear regime, bull setup sent to fail. The market sells off strong bar 19, again sideways price action. So it's not the strongest bear trend. Every new low is going sideways. 24, bear bar closing on its low, sideways price action. 25, 26, good bear bar closing on its low. However, now we've had several legs lower. Leg 1, pull back. 2, sideways, pull back. Leg 1, pull back. Leg 2, pull back. Leg 3, pull back. Leg 4. And I'm just summarizing the leg count. We're past leg 3, so sideways price action. 27, we see a strong rally being an outside bar. Okay, wow, that's a lot of outside bars just for one day, and it's not even halfway through. Bar 27, outside bar, and depending on outside bars can be trading range bars, and that's what we get here. The low of 27 is a buy, the high of 27 is a sell. So we have multiple legs. This is breakout mode. Leg 1, pull back. Leg 2, pull back. Leg 3 for the bears. Bears get a weak breakout, but immediate pullback. 44 is testing the breakout point of 39. Sells off. That is 44 an outside bar. Am I tripping on the amount of outside bars we had today? The low of 45 is 31.50. The low of 43 is 42. Wait. Oh, no, I read that wrong. Excuse me. The low of 43 is 31.75. The low of 44 is 31.50. So 44 went one tick. 43 went one tick below 44. So that's not a traditional outside bar. 45, good follow through. 46, breaking out, producing a gap between 44, 45, 46. See more sideways price action, 48, 49. Then we see a weak third leg, 49, 50, 51, 52. Bull bar trading, a good bull bar closing on its high at trading range lows, but immediately reverses 54. Bears that get short here don't really see any profits. They're market order bears and they get trapped. 5. I actually like this rally, 55, 56, 57. 58, first pullback. It's shallow after breakout. We've had several legs lower, market cycle says. So there's a mini market cycle right here and an overall market cycle, with this being the trading range from start of the high of 39 down and up. 3 bar micro channel, 55, 56, 57. First pullback, 58. Sees a second leg, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. So there's an interesting way to count this. I was looking at this price action today. We can count when we see it. So there's a couple ways to count legs. So leg 1, opposite bar. Leg 2, opposite bar. Leg 3. But also trendline breaks are opposite bars. Trendline breaks also count the next leg. So you could say this is one big leg with a trendline break 65. I think that's a dangerous way of counting. The way I would count this is leg 1, pull back, leg 2 being the high of 61, pullback, leg 3, deep pullback trading range behavior because we're in leg 3. And then we see a quick rally here between the low of 64 or 65, 66, 67 high. Sells off. Bears are getting a breakout. Bad fall through 69, 70. Leg 1, pullback, leg 2, pullback, leg 3, 74, closing on its low. However, 74 is not making a new low. 75, really bad fall through. There's no tick down here. So bears did not. No tick is shaved bottom. It's a double bottom on a lower time frame. And it rallies for a few legs. Leg 1, pullback, leg 2. 77 is a bad pullback because it actually breaks below 75, which would be the 75 is where the start of the breakout is, so you don't want to see the market travel below that. That's more than 100% pullback. 78, 79, good bull bars closing on its high. 80 and 81, bull bars closing on its high. So, interesting day. Let's count the legs overall. Leg 1, pullback. Leg 2, because it's a new low, pullback. Leg 3. And then this leg is the last leg in the trend, first leg in the trading range. And the bulls rally to the last swing high here. You could argue this is a swing. And it does stall out right there. But then we rally to the next swing, high of 39. And we go more sideways. We also see 3 legs down, leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. I think this price action was actually easier to trade than this price action today. I didn't trade today, but I was just watching the charts. I had to get some work done. Every new low went sideways. That's tough. 27 outside bar puts the market in sideways price action. By the time you get by the time you get short on 40's low, it's already pulling back to the low of 39. So that's just tough. That's a 16-point pullback if you're going to short this. It does get a leg 2, 44, 45, 46, but you also have to sit through a 15-minute pullback, almost more than 15 minutes because you're going to be in the tail of 43. Tough day. Here are the gaps. Remember, in small pullback trends, gaps stay open, and in trading ranges, gaps are closed. So the zero height gap didn't print here, but we do have this gap I mentioned earlier, and that gets closed quickly. Bulls produce a gap here, and that gets closed quickly here. Then we have this gap that gets tested. So I think it got tested way too many times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times the bars came up to here and then sold off. That's a lot. Sells off, weak gap with the 19 low because it's a bull bar. When we see gaps, we want to see 3 bars in a row, like here and here. Nonetheless, that stays open for the rest of the day, actually. Sells off, we get a small gap here, closes to outside bar, so that's trading range behavior. We're at outside bar, trading range lows. Look at the difference between the outside bars. We have an outside bar, the trading range high, that goes with the bear regime. So that saw a continuation and acted as a breakout bar. Look at 27. 27 is at trading range lows, and outside bars are generally trading ranges, and this went more sideways than down. It still went down, but it took ages. It was actually a breakout. It was a new breakout. So this is a trading range. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3, puts us in another trading range. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3, puts us in another trading range. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. So we're seeing the market cycle unfold everywhere on the 5-minute, on the lower time frames, on the higher time frames. Market cycle will give you the context. Gaps will help you. If they stay open, trending behavior. If they're closing, trading range behavior. So if you guys are getting, I repeat myself a lot in these reviews, but that's the point. The point is that the market repeats itself. So naturally, I'm going to have to repeat myself because it's a market cycle and it's a leg count. And I really would like everyone to try and get solo minded when we're trading. And what I mean by that is to just focus on breakouts. Although I only trade breakouts, I'm talking about reversals, this, that, and this, because a good reversal is a breakout. A breakout is trapping traders. So a reversal traps traders just in a different fashion. Here we have a trading range. It breaks out. 1-to-1 is met, and then it reverses. So when the market breaks out of this trading range, the leg count resets. You could reset leg count when there's a breakout of a trading range or momentum. I do both. I don't think one is better than the other. I do think we have to be cognizant of everything and just realize that the market cycle is moving in a specific way. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3, sideways, and then we rally. Do a measured move of the 3 legs here. 3 legs, pull back just shy of 1R. And trailing ranges typically don't meet 1R. People will take profits right before 1R, so we can see that with the tail on 67. Again, just shy of 1R. We do the body, it's met. But yeah, so pretty cool day. I hope you guys did good. If you learned something, share the show. Don't be a hoe. Check out the channel memberships if you want to learn more about price action. I'm going to be dropping some videos here soon, maybe about another week or two. First video is doing quite well. I'm enjoying talking to you guys. So thank you for tuning in. I always appreciate your support. Have a good day, everyone, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you.